Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with Rooted in the Rock, and I've got something dropping from the holiday branch right now. Hey everyone, welcome to Rooted in the Rock. I'm so glad you're here. Today it's going to be another episode of Christmas in July, holiday edition. Okay, so it is July. And I'm seeing all this Christmas in July stuff, and I did the other one already, but I was like, I need to do more. I just did the one. Got to do more than one, right? So, Christmas in July. I want to share something with you. I've been wanting to share for a long time. There's actually a lot more I want to do with this, but this is going to be something once the basement is finished in the office and I can get everything and I have the studio and all of that, I can do these things. But I want to talk to you about crocheting Christmas trees. So, if you are not a crocheter, this is not just for people who do crochet, so don't be like, oh, poop, I don't do that. Okay, so hang on. I kind of have a sort of solution. This is kind of something for everyone. Christmas in July. Okay, everybody always gets mad at the stores. All the Christmas stuff comes out. However, places, for me, my exception is like craft stores and places like Hobby Lobby and anybody that carries the crafting supplies and things like that. Because if you make something, it takes time to make that thing. And if you're trying to make multiples of something to sell or to give as gifts or whatever, it takes even longer. You got to plan that ahead. You can't wait till December 1st. To start doing some of these projects. So I've started to see, the fall stuff is starting to show up in Hobby Lobby. I'm so excited. I can't wait for fall. I love fall. It's my favorite. But there's also some of the Christmas supplies are starting to come out. And it's, for people that make things for the craft shows and sales and whatever. But anyway, so I want to talk to you about crocheting Christmas trees because it's summer, it's hot. A lot of people who do knitting or crocheting really actually don't like to do much of it during the summer because it's hot and it's, warm when you're holding a whole bunch of yarn, right? However, this is the kind of thing you can work on any time of year. And really, I would suggest if you're wanting to do some kind of Christmas tree project, whether it be crocheting a Christmas tree or making another kind of decorative Christmas tree. You might want to start thinking about it, start gathering your materials, depending on what it is, right? Some of the materials are not going to be available. They're really not out yet, but soon you might want to make plans. If you're doing something like sewing or crocheting, and that's the kind of thing, depending on if you already have the fabric or the yarn, whatever, you can go ahead and start on those things. So I wanted to share one with you specifically, though. There is this tree that my mom made when I was a kid. I want to say somebody at church taught her how to make it. This really cute crocheted Christmas tree when I was a kid, and I loved it. I used to love to play with it too. It's soft, it's fun to hold, put your hand in and play with it like a puppet. And I loved it growing up. And I had told her, I don't know how many times I want to learn how to make those or it was one of my favorite Christmas decorations that would come out. And eventually as an adult, when I got more into crocheting and could do more things and it could actually follow a pattern, I finally asked my mom about it because she still gets it out at her house with her Christmas decorations. And I was like, can you find me that pet? She had given me a copy of the pattern once, and then, of course, I lost it, couldn't find it. And then she couldn't find hers, and we couldn't find it. And I was like, oh, no. But I actually found it. I got a copy of it for cheap on Etsy, because apparently, so patterns and things, they're copyrighted, but after so many years, I don't know if it's 50 years. I'm not sure exactly how many years, but after so many years, it becomes public content or whatever, and it's not really under that copyright law anymore. So I guess that's why people are just selling it, because it's not really available so this pattern, this is the original tree. It's a really bad printed copy, I'm sorry, but this is the one I keep in my little crochet bag to show people, this is when they ask me what I'm working on. It's a Hirschner's pattern. And it's from like the 60s, y'all. I'd have to look at the file details and see exactly when the pattern was, but it's like really old, but it's so cute and so fun. So this is what the finished product usually looks like. Okay, it's the green and white, and you put the red pom-poms on it, okay? So it's kind of like a two-part project. First, you make the inner cone, and you build in these loops, and then you go around the outside and put the branches on the loops. So this is the original, which is super cute. And I am one of those people where I'm like, oh, we could do that in all kinds of colors and customize it. And because we decorate, everybody decorates different colors. We've done blue and white and silver for ages for Christmas. I love the blue colors for Christmas and snowmen and things like that. So I was like, ooh, I need to make us a blue and white one. And then that also goes, I was like, oh, and then I need to make Nana one because Nana decorates her living room for UK. Go Big Blue. And so go Big Blue. It's like such... I'm not as enthusiastic with it, sorry. But my husband's family was from Kentucky, so I made her a blue and white one to go with UK. And you can get the pom-poms in different colors. So I think I did blue and white pom-poms, and then I changed the color depending on what color branch it was on. But anyway, that's the project, and they're so much fun. They're not as hard as you think. When I first looked at the pattern, let me show you I've got all my marks on it because I mark when I get past a round to make sure. But when you look at the pattern, you're like, oh, that's a lot of directions. That's complicated. It's actually 2 pages. And I had to go back and check I have this book that I keep that shows the different stitches if I ever forget how to do a particular stitch. And I had to go back and look because there's a half treble crochet in here. And I was like, wait, how many times? Okay. But if you know your stitches, reading a pattern it's not that bad. All you really have to learn is the hard part, I think, is the abbreviations. So like DC is double crochet, HDC half double crochet, that kind of thing. But you can find charts and explanations and things, and it's not that bad. But once you make the first time I made it, I was like, oh, am I doing this right? It was kind of, but now that I've made so many, I'm like, it's so easy. But here's what I'm going to show you some of them that I've made. I've done lots of different colors. I've tried, so you've seen this one sitting over here, which is it's pink and red and white as a mix. This one right here is just sitting on, right now it's just sitting on a green cone. You don't really want to put this in there because you can see it through some of the holes. So the original way to do it is with carpet canvas. There's like this stiff canvas that you buy that goes under carpet, and you cut it and you roll it into a cone and put it in. But it's actually, it's been hard for me to find. Maybe it's easier to find and I just didn't know where to look. But like the craft stores have some, but it's like smaller, I don't know, it's kind of expensive and it doesn't, I don't know. It was hard to find, and I was like, I don't want this to be a hugely expensive thing. So I like fluffing anyway, you could do a white cone or a green cone, but like sitting right here, I can see the green through the holes, and I don't like that. So what I ended up doing, I was like, I need to find like that canvas replacement. So what I've ended up using is I found at Hobby Lobby is the plastic canvas sheets. You can get them. People do like embroidering with yarn and people do all kinds of things with the plastic canvas sheets. But what I do is I take the big rectangle and I roll it into a cone. I have a whole process for this. I will share this. What I'd like to do is I want to do like a tutorial series or like not a class, shoot, what do you call it? I'd like to do, it's gone right out of my head. But basically a course or whatever, because a lot of people just need some help, like help me step by step. So I'd like to do a step-by-step course on how to do these. but I really need to wait until I have the space so I can properly show you all the things. And I will. But so what I do is I make these canvas cones to go inside because they're the clear-ish, it's not completely clear, but you know, the clear-ish plastic. So it's nice and stiff. It'll hold the shape. I do end up having, there's a process I use of cutting the edges and melting them so that they're not spiky and pulling on things. And I put jewelry jump rings to hold it in place. And there's a whole process, but I'll show you when I do that. But like this is one that I actually keep in my bedroom just because I love the colors, and it goes, and this is like a super soft yarn, so they just lay, and I love it. But this is one of the ones I've done. It's like a purple and gray, and this is one my girls like to, they keep it in their bathroom, on their bathroom counter. They just love it so much. I made it for my girls, and they like to keep it out all year round. It's just, I love trees. I don't know about anybody else, but I have a thing for trees and plants and stuff, and I just love pretty trees. So I found this yarn that we just love. I've made this one for my girls. They love to keep it in their bathroom. But I also played with, like, my mother-in-law was thinking it would be nice to have one for every season and just swap them out for the seasons. I still need to make her summer and spring ones. But I've been way behind. I'm so sorry. But I did play with some fall colors. I did one like this with like a burgundy, and this is like an ivory color with gold threads in it, which is really pretty. And so one of the things too is I love the color changing yarns. So in this pattern, the original has the red and green, or not red and green, I'm sorry, green and white. So the base cone, if I remember right, is the white. And then you alternate, you do certain rows of the branches with green and white, and you switch them off. And so you have to switch your yarn out. So I love using the color changing yarn like these. It's a color changing yarn. I don't ever have to switch out what color I'm doing. I just use the same yarn the whole time, and it changes color for me, which I love. I love that. So I love these color changing yarns that do it for me, and some of them are so pretty. So I've got this one as another fall tree. I did another one, and the thing is, if you have like a big skein of the color changing yarn, they turn out different depending on where you started on the skein. And I've actually sold some of these to some of my friends. Are like, dude, can you make me one in this? You can do team colors with these. You could totally do team colors. So I did this one. This is a UGA. Go Dogs. I have Yellow Jacket fans, so I did make one in the navy and the yellow as well, that I did for a friend. Actually, they wanted it for a gift for someone, I think. But anyway, this is what the UGA one looks like. I don't have any pom-poms on any of these. You can use them without the pom-poms. They're totally cute, or with the pom-poms. But then here's another one I did. This is a Christmas one with the color changing yarn, and it's the red, white, and green, and then it's got the silver, the super silver. And some of these, you notice this one is bigger than this one. So depending on which size hook you use can change the size that the project turns out to be, which also affects what size. It's so fun to have them on your hands. It also affects the size of the canvas you need to use to make your inner cone. Okay, so watch out for that too. Depending on, you got to see, you can make them in different sizes, which I love having them in different sizes. I'd love to make, a little mini one. I'm not sure how I'd make you could cut the pattern and you could make it like a shorter tree, so you can have varied sizes too. You could totally take any pattern. You can do this with any pattern or project, really. You can take it and change the colors, or change, cut the pattern to change the size. There are all kinds of things you could do with these. But so eventually I want to make a course where you can, I can give you the pattern and teach you exactly how to do it step by step. That would be great. But I also eventually want to, because I love making them. I just love making them. And what am I going to do with a zillion different colors? But I also love making them for people too. So, and people like buying them for gifts, but I'm not the traveling art show kind of person either. Like, I don't have that kind of time. So I'd like to also eventually, any of these, you know, any of them that I've like made and I have, like, I can sell them on the website online where you can just buy it and I'll ship it to you. Is the end goal. It's not ready yet. I have some website work to do, and like I said, in order to make the tutorial, I need to get all the you know, the studio stuff done. But it's in progress. We have drywall. It's coming. Maybe a few more months. That'd be great if I could do it before Christmas, though. I don't know. We'll see, because you know, school will be starting. But anyway, I just wanted to share that project with you, a little Christmas in July. But these trees are also, I don't have that yarn in here with me, but like the summer one for my mother-in-law that I'm making, we found a yarn. It's a color changing yarn, but it's like white and tan and blue. It just, to me, it looked really beachy. Like a beach scene, you know, where you've got sand and water and whatever. So that's the summer one. And I was going to make another one of these too, just because they're so stinking cute. I love the colors in this. It's just, oh, anyway. So this is the Christmas in July Christmas project, crocheted Christmas trees. So be on the lookout. Make sure, so like the video if you liked the project or this looks great, yay. But subscribe also if you want to make sure you catch in the future. I hopefully will be releasing a course in how to make these, which will be really helpful. And then, you know, or also in the future, possibly sell the ones I've made on the website, make it easier for, you know, if you don't crochet, but you really like them, I can make them, I can custom make them. You know, if you contact me, I can custom make them in particular colors or whatnot. Team colors are fun. A lot of people decorate for teams for Christmas or give them as gifts, things like that. Offices, you know, but they're fun, and I like them year round just because I like, you know, with the pom-poms, I feel like it's Christmas tree because the pom-poms are like the ornaments. But without the pom-poms, you can use them, like I said, in fall or whenever you just want a pretty soft tree around the house. I just like them. I love trees. So that's everything. Thanks for watching and have a great week. Don't hit stop. Good. Does that make me a tree hugger? Is that an offensive term now, tree hugger? Is that, you don't hear that often anymore. I like trees though. Your brother said, "What's up, dog?" Dude, your colors are so cute. I like your colors too. Fall's my favorite. Whew, July, y'all. It is hot. It's hot. You could totally put like googly eyes on them and make little tree puppets. You could do a puppet show with tree characters.